All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we've got a really fascinating and honestly pretty wild comparison for you. A tech billionaire who's using algorithms to try and live forever versus a 2,500-year-old philosophy that's all about achieving enlightenment. And that brings us to the big question, right? Can a tech billionaire's hardcore algorithm really have anything in common with ancient Buddhist wisdom? Well, as you're about to see, the connection between them is, way more surprising than you'd probably think. I mean, on the surface, these two are the ultimate odd couple. You've got Project Blueprint on one side, this super modern, data-driven mission to conquer our own biology, and then on the other, you have the Buddhist path, this ancient, inward journey to conquer the self.
So let's just break this down. Brian Johnson's whole blueprint thing, it's basically an all-out war on aging. He measures every single biomarker you can imagine to build an algorithm that tells him, literally, how to not die. It's all external, it's all data. Now, the Buddhist path is the complete opposite. It's an entirely internal journey, right? It's about understanding your own mind to find freedom from suffering. So, one is obsessed with the body, the other with consciousness. You'd think they are from different planets, but are they really? Because here's the twist. Underneath all these completely different goals, both Brian Johnson and the Buddha pinpointed the exact same fundamental problem. They both basically declared war on what we're going to call the autopilot mind. Just listen to Johnson talk about it. He says that his mind, if you just let it do its thing, is a total mess. You know, it wants junk food. It gets distracted. It actively works against his main goal of being perfectly healthy. To him, his own mind is an obstacle that has to be managed. And this is where it gets kind of mind-blowing. That feeling from a 21st century billionaire is an almost perfect echo of this 2,500-year-old quote from the Dhammapada, a super important Buddhist text. The mind is flighty, hard to control, and it is good to tame. It's the same diagnosis of the same problem thousands of years apart. So this is the enemy they're both fighting, in a nutshell. What Johnson calls his unruly mind, Buddhism has called the monkey mind for centuries. It's that default setting we all have, just running on autopilot, pushed around by cravings and feelings we're not even aware of. And both of them agree. Step one is you have to switch that autopilot off. Okay, so they're on the same page about the problem, but their solutions? Whoa. This is where their paths just completely split. It's a total clash of methods. Modern data versus ancient detachment. Johnson's way is basically a technological takeover. First, he measures absolutely everything: blood, sleep, organs, you name it. Second, he uses all that data to build the perfect algorithm, a protocol for what to eat, when to sleep, everything. And finally, and this is the key part, he uses incredible discipline to force his mind and body to obey that protocol, completely overriding any impulse to do anything else. The Buddhist method, though, it's the polar opposite. It's not about using data to override your mind, it's about understanding it so you can be free from it. Instead of forcing control, the whole point is to just watch your thoughts and feelings come and go, without judging them. Through things like mindfulness and meditation, you start to create a little space between you and your impulses. You learn to detach from your cravings, not just wrestle them into submission. The goal isn't to fight the mind, it's to gently retrain it, all guided by this framework called the Eightfold Path. So let's just lay it all out side by side. For a tool, Johnson uses data and algorithms. Buddhism uses meditation and mindfulness. Johnson's action is to control and override. Buddhism's is to observe and detach. His focus? Perfecting the body. Its focus? Liberating the mind. We're talking about two completely different toolkits for trying to tame the very same beast. And these different methods, they're not just about personal preference. They lead to two profoundly different destinations. This, right here, is the deepest divide between the billionaire and the Buddha. Johnson's goal is quantitative. It's a numbers game. He wants to extend his physical life for as long as humanly possible. The goal is simple, if ambitious: to not die. Buddhism's goal, on the other hand, is qualitative. It's to achieve nirvana, this state of enlightenment that frees you from samsara, that endless and frankly exhausting cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. So here's the bottom line. One guy is trying to perfect the ship so he can sail on the ocean forever. The other is trying to understand the ocean so deeply that he doesn't even need the ship anymore.
And all this really leaves us with a huge question, a question about our own future. What is the ultimate human upgrade? Is it about engineering a body that never breaks down? Or is it about re-engineering a consciousness that's free, no matter what the body is doing? Are we trying to perfect the hardware, or are we trying to debug the software of the mind? The path we choose could define what it means to be human for a long, long time.